Christopher Norris here from mining.com.au. Joining me today is Kincora Copper President and CEO Sam Spring. Sam, great to see you.
Thanks for having us on, Chris.
Sam, it's a pleasure. Big news out today. Kincora's announced a confidential offer to potentially divest its Mongolian assets. What's the significance of a move like this?
Yeah, there's a pretty comprehensive update in the quarterly out today. The exciting thing about the Mongolia review is we commenced an externally led process in June, and that's concluded in the quarter. We've received an attractive binding offer with a non-refundable deposit in place as we complete final paperwork. It's a pretty attractive deal, we think, for Kincora shareholders. It effectively sees us recycle capital from Mongolia into our New South Wales operations while being able to retain attractive upside to exploration success going forward with drilling planned by this new group in 2024.
And Sam, as you've just alluded to, it ties in nicely with your move to consolidate your ownership of your New South Wales assets. Can you provide an update on your plan and strategy in New South Wales?
I think it really complements it strongly, particularly with the see-through value that it infers for the other assets that we've got in New South Wales, and these are obviously our core focus going forward. During the quarter, we've consolidated 100% ownership of those projects. We're having conversations with potential asset-level partners. There's 3 core projects as we see them, and those conversations are advancing pretty well, and I'd expect the Mongolia deal to be a real catalyst to I guess, wrapping those conversations up going forward. Similarly, during the quarter, we announced that some pretty good results at our Condobolin project, and that Earth AI, our exploration alliance partner, is looking to shortly commence drilling at our Condobolin project. So I suppose a few pretty significant developments in New South Wales as well.
Now, as far as funding goes, we see Kincora increased its cash position in the quarter. How far into the exploration and development process is Kincora's current cash balance expected to carry the company?
Yeah, and I dare say if we can successfully conclude the Mongolia transaction, that we'll see our cash balance increase again in the upcoming quarter. So given current market conditions, that puts us in a pretty good position to follow up the drilling that we need to at our Condobolin project once we announce those results, and get on the front foot with these ongoing corporate conversations in New South Wales.
It's been a bit of a tough market for copper recently. What are your views on where the market is heading into 2024?
We're bullish on copper in the medium and longer term. You've seen sort of slowdown in China, geopolitical events weigh on sentiment, but demand still held up pretty strongly. And we've seen supply from the last commodity cycle pretty much peaking now. So I think going into 2024, if demand keeps holding up well and supply has peaked and is dissipating in terms of from the last commodity cycle, that the layout for the copper price is really fundamentally attractive.
And on that note, Sam, what do you think needs to happen for copper prices to rise?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, inventories are still pretty low, demand strong. I think probably what you need to see is both sentiment driven, but also some of this new supply peaking, and that's due to take place, I believe, second half next year.
That was Kincora Copper President and CEO Sam Spring. Sam, thanks very much for your time.
Thanks for having us on there, Chris.